Hey YouTube, what's up? So I'm back for another update. It's been a while since I've let you guys know what's going on with the 120. So I've got a lot to cover in this video. It's probably going to be a long one. But anyways, let's just get right into this. Now a lot of you guys will already notice here that the tank is a lot more empty looking, a lot more quiet looking, a lot less fish swimming around, and I'm pretty much just going to go right into it. I had a major outbreak of some kind. Now I believe it to be velvet, so that would be my second or third bout of what I believe to be velvet, marine velvet, which is probably one of the most, if not the most, you know, disastrous, I guess you could say, disease you could even come in contact with as far as saltwater tanks, and I lost a whole lot of fish. As far as the casualties, I lost my purple tang was the first to go. Now I didn't lose my purple tang to the velvet or whatever disease I believe to have encountered. My cherub angel actually took him out. They looked way too similar. They were too similar in size. Their coloration was very similar, and the cherub, I guess, saw him as an intruder and as a threat to his resources, and took him out pretty quickly. Unfortunately, there just wasn't much I could do at that point. He just kind of, he left him alone for a while, and then just kind of, tracked him down and kept, beating at him until the poor guy quit eating and eventually just kind of withered away and vanished, and just, one day was completely gone. I lost my two Picasso Percula clowns. The female actually got her head stuck in the drain over here. And by the time I found her and took her out, it was too late, and she was too far gone and passed away shortly thereafter, unfortunately. The male, she was always really mean to the male, so I was able to take the male out of the refugium and toss him back in the display, and the next day he was gone completely. So I'm not sure what happened to him, but I lost him. I lost my roller grandma mysteriously. I lost my red striped cardinal. Again, he just vanished. Unfortunately, probably my favorite fish in the tank, my male blue jaw trigger, came down with what I believe to be velvet, and passed away, as well as my cherub angel, another one of my favorites. Although he was aggressive, I really did like him a lot. I thought he was a cool fish. But yeah, as far as how this disease showed up in my tank and how it was introduced, I'm not sure exactly. One of my theories here is that I actually picked up a bulk reef supply screen cover kit for my tank, mostly due to my eel. I'm in love with this guy, so I really wanted to keep him in the tank, and due to about 1 million warnings I got about this eel jumping out of my tank, I decided to jump the gun and pick up a screen top. I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to make a whole review on that, which seems kind of silly, making a review on a screen top, but you guys will see in the video me just discussing my experience with that and my total complete review of it. I was an idiot and I decided to put it together on my tile floor shortly after my mother decided to mop the floor. And when I put it in, the netting kind of drooped in the water, and the next day is when my blue jaw trigger came down with spots and quit eating. So I believe to have possibly added a chemical to my tank, and I mean, maybe that's just a paranoid thought of mine, but it's definitely a theory still to me. Also, I've noticed this room's been getting really drafty, especially during the winter time. I guess it's still considered winter time, but when it was getting really cold at night, especially, and obviously cold weather is not good for any animal, but especially some delicate tropical fish that are used to the the mid to late 70s. And so yeah, I also lost my firefish. Somebody beat the crap out of him, and I wasn't able to nurse them back to health properly. However, I am thankful for the ones that did survive. My cherub angel was the last one to go due to velvet. His was the most obvious sign of velvet. So I pretty much after that purged the system, completely evacuated all the survivors, and put them in my 20-gallon tall quarantine hospital tank. And right now, the two fish still in that quarantine is my Australian Percula clown and my Flamingo tang. So they're still in there. Nemo and Hudson, they're still in the quarantine, and they're doing fine. They'll be reintroduced to the display tank very soon, possibly tomorrow. But I want to get a video of them in there, and I actually have made a video on that. I just haven't published it yet for whatever reason. But yeah, the Zero Damsel, he made it just fine. He's still kicking. My zebra moray, obviously didn't quarantine him. Eels don't do particularly well with copper-based medications, and eels aren't usually susceptible to the same diseases as your average tang or clown or anthias or whatever. Also, I added, as far as the new additions since the outbreak, I added this orange skunk clown here. Now I didn't quarantine him. He came from my local fish store's refugium. He had been there for like 2 or 3 years. And so I didn't feel the need to quarantine him. I felt like it was a pretty safe bet on my part and on his part. And my 20-gallon tall quarantine's pretty much filled to its maximum limit. So I felt safe putting him in the tank. It's always a risk, but you know, I felt like it was worth it. He's really, really neat. Orange skunk clowns are probably my favorite species of clown. They're usually fairly peaceful. You know, I think they're more peaceful than the perculas and the ocellaires, you know, in my experience. And I just think they're very unique looking. You don't see them in too many tanks, and I just think they're cool. Anyways, though, also I'm gonna try to spot him and get a video of him. There he is, right there. I added this tank-bred spotted mandarin or psychedelic mandarin from a different local fish store, Creative Aquariums. If you guys want to check them out, very, very nice place. I got him for 20 bucks, and I love him to death. He is so neat. Always out on display, despite his very, very small size relative to the tank. I'm always able to spot him very quickly. He's always kind of out in the open, pecking around for pods, and he's definitely fattened up too. As far as prepared foods, I don't believe this guy is eating much, but he is tank bred, and he is small, and there's no real competition as far as pods go in this system. So. And I got a 40-gallon refugium, so it doesn't worry me too much. And like I said, he has put on a lot of weight since I've introduced him, and he's really, really neat. Obviously, also my zebra moray. This really sucks because I made this video. This is my second time, filming this video, and in the first filming of this, he was out and he was like following my finger around. There we go. Maybe I can get him to come out. There we go. There we go. Definitely my favorite guy on the tank. Very, very personable. The coloration is just amazing. Completely, really docile guy. His best friend, I mean, is Voodoo the cleaner shrimp. I haven't come up with a name for the moray yet, but he is just incredible. Especially seeing him interact with that shrimp there. You guys can see. Fantastic pairing, these guys. Shrimp's always kind of riding around on his back and sitting up on his head and cleaning his teeth, and very cool. I'll make a video talking about eels and reef tanks and my experience with that and my opinion of that. But yeah, anyways, I don't want to kiss his ass for too long, but he is just an incredible addition to my tank. I love him so much. But yeah, so also one more fish I want to talk about. Kind of a unique addition you don't see too often in reef or saltwater tanks in general, and that would be. Yeah, my cat was kind of messing with him, so he might be hiding now, but there he is. There he is. You guys can sort of see him. I'm trying to get a... There he goes. I don't know if you guys got a good look at him, but it's a Dalmatian molly. I picked up 2 Dalmatian mollies from PetSmart in full saltwater. Full freshwater, and acclimated them in an hour-long drip acclimation, same as I do for pretty much all of my regular saltwater fish. Acclimated them in an hour-long drip acclimation to full-strength saltwater. At like 1.025, I believe, when I first acclimated him. And unfortunately, the smaller molly got stuck to the power head overnight and passed away. This one actually was sucked down the overflow, obviously, and ended up in the refugium. Anyways, I don't want to go into too much detail with that because I'm going to make a whole video detailing my experience, my opinion with keeping brackish water fish in saltwater tanks, specifically mollies though, because I definitely want to talk about that because it's a pretty cool thing. Don't want my cat to be biting the cords, but anyways. But yeah, I'm getting distracted now. I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm kind of rambling. I don't know what I've already covered in this video and what I covered in the first filming of this. Yeah. Stop it. Stop. But paws all wet. Anyways, though, yeah, guys, here's a full shot of the tank. Sorry for I've been took such a long leave. I've been gone for probably a month now from YouTube. Just a lot of stuff going on in my life. You know, not only with saltwater, but just, you know, other stuff. You know, school, what have you. You know, just a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm back. I'm going to be coming out with a whole bunch of videos. You know, making the Q&A video. Definitely. I'm in the process of trying to film that. I've just been trying to get a good time to film that to where I can answer every question sufficiently. Because I do intend on answering every single question I did receive. And I did get a good amount of them, so I really do appreciate that. Also, I want to talk about, I'm going to be making a whole new series of videos detailing my experience working at a fish store for about a year. It's an insane experience, and I've just been having, you know, everyone I tell these stories to, even, you know, non-hobbyists that tell me, you need to talk about this, you need to write a book, you need to make a video about this, you need to write a movie about this. So yeah, I pretty much you know, finally given up, and I will be publishing videos talking about the crazy, to say the least, experiences I've been working as far as working at this fish store where I used to work before I quit, and the experience I witnessed, the things I dealt with, the dangers I faced. Yeah, a lot of stories there, and so that'll definitely give me a whole lot of material for a whole lot of videos to entertain or bore my fans and friends. But yeah, one more thing I want to mention before I close out here. My feather duster's over here in the overflow of all places. I felt like the refugium had too much flow for him. Somebody was pecking at his tube. I believe it to be this urchin here, this pincushion urchin. Was, I believe, eating away at his tube because there's just not much algae for him to naturally graze on. But, you know, it's my dad's favorite thing in the tank, and my dad pays the bills, so I'm going to keep him around. I also, when I added the skunk clown yesterday, I added this smaller purple pincushion over here. My dad bought him. You know, he's just obsessed with these urchins, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to bore you guys too much, but yeah, like the video if you like it. Hope all your tanks are doing good. Hope you guys are quarantining. Hope you guys are having a little bit of an easier time than I am. I meant to explain what's been going on with the sun, but I'll make that in a whole different video. Tank's doing well now. You know, subscribe if you have. If you haven't, and if you have, sorry guys, it's late. And if you have, I really do appreciate it. I'm over 800 subscribers, I believe now, which is amazing to me. I really, you know, can't thank you guys enough for the support and the comments and everything. I've made a whole lot of friends on here too, which is, you know, crazy to think. I'm making these videos, I actually meet people that, you know, I can relate to and all that stuff. Shh, stop. Anyways, you know, she wanted to say goodbye. Yeah, comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.